welcome to Man of Steel fan gives hope Facebook page on YouTube. It's the one thing I don't talk about, well, I haven't talked about it, is my anticipation for the Justice League movie. And it's something I should have thought a long time ago. Should Justice League be scary? And I think some aspects of the film it should be, because what we have is Darkseid, Apocalypse, parademons, all representative in a way of hell. And Darkseid and Highfather was a part of Jack Kirby's New Gods, where you had one that was heaven, and well, a sort of, the Highfather was sort of dressed in white, and they were against this apocalyptic world because the planet's called Apocalypse. Now we see by the trailer, the Justice League, where the scientist Cyborg's father, and he's got the mother box, and they open, and it starts shaking and lights, and all of a sudden Parademon is left behind them, already giving you that shock, fear factor, and that is what I'm after in a film. I'm after the threat of evil. And I spent this morning watching the Gods and Monsters, or Egypt, or whatever, the Gerard Butler film, and there wasn't a sense of really evil in that. It was the same sort of evil that I found in the Thor movie, with the gods and one misbehaving and stuff. And I felt, no, what we need is a clean fight of something good and against something evil. And to be evil, you have got to represent everything that is, in your manner, and the way you handle yourself has got to be really, really nasty. Otherwise you're just, you're basically like Lucifer on the TV show. You've got to be, when you're on the screen, you have, and within seconds, you have got to pass yourself off as really, evil, that anything could happen in the next second. You could be nice one second and evil in the next. The same thing that I got from Jared Leto's Joker. Where I found watching that performance in Suicide Squad, where he could be all nice but shoot you in a second flat. And when I compare what I've seen of the first Avengers film, with the aliens and everything else, they didn't come across as scary, they didn't come across as evil as such. They just came across aliens, sort of wanted to invade, and we had one god, Loki, that was just a misbehaving little brat that somehow you shook hands with at the end. But what I get from the Justice League, and why it's probably essential that it's in the dark, is that's where evil resides, because you have two forces. You have the light and then you have the dark. And so that one image of the parademon appearing behind, that is a fear of dread. And maybe, as I say, the scientists of the world are kidnapped, because those are the ones that could probably hold some sort of threat to Darkseid. I'm not saying that's a part of the story, but according to some of the reports and things that I've heard, it's a good idea for it. So, I mean, now, I've often said I don't think Justice League will be as big as the Avengers, because the Avengers is a family film. And even though I would love Justice League to do extremely well, there's a part of me that's sort of being realistic, and if Justice League is to tell the story that it wants, if it's a story of redemption, of being born again, trying to save mankind, then you've got to, or womankind, you've got to really show the threat. You've got to show what they're really fighting against, the evil that is there. So that is why we need pain, suffering, loss of life. We need to see the parademons killing people. And then we need to see the heroes coming in and then taking them out. So we really need to start in a dark place. When rumour suggests that it is in a dark place, we see glimpses of the Amazons and maybe Thangarians, I'm not too sure. That's just another rumour. And we see the Atlanteans fight. And we hear talks about Steppenwolf arguing or debating against Darkseid, who's meant to be Darkseid's lieutenant, and he is, you know, for Steppenwolf, he is a soldier. So maybe he regrets some of the actions that he has to take because maybe it's not honourable. And if it's not honourable, then Darkseid must show that he is not an honourable guy. He is just evil incarnate. He will go to any lengths to achieve his goal. And we've seen in some episodes of the Justice League that even the slaves of Apocalypse love that sort of evil dictatorship that you find. So my question is to you guys and girls out there, do we want Justice League to be dark? Do you want Justice League to be scary? What do you want from the villains? Me, I want evilness. I want scary. I want everything that proves that what our heroes are fighting for is, isn't just some misbehaved alien from another world, isn't some sort of lost god that wants to please somebody. I just want total evilness. I want total carnage. I want our heroes to be I want our heroes to, to almost be defeated because you can't because you haven't faced this sort of evil before. Or even Wonder Woman faced this evil before, even though we know she's up against Ares and the Wonder Woman. So let us know your thoughts and ideas of the darkness or the bad that you may want from Justice League. Leave your comments and thoughts below. Me, I'm looking forward to it, and no matter what they give us, I know Zach is going to give us a villain and a villain that we can believe in, an evil that we can believe in, and the threat will be feeling real. So let us know your thoughts below. This is Man of Steel fan, gives hope, hoping I give you some positive